Good evening, everyone. It's another day, it's another night. It's time for some coffee talk. Well, if you haven't heard, I'm your host, the Rising Gamer. I thank you for stopping by. So let's see. Yeah, I think we're all set. We tried this out for tonight. I honestly enjoyed this game, so I'm gonna play this a bit more. Gonna learn some more coffee styles. So let's get this adventure on the road. Let's see. Evening Whispers. Orcish Workers Union in talks with the government over their pleas. Rap group Street Orchestra questioned over their pro-eco-terrorism lyrics. Oh, host 00312 is now our newest friend. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the follow, host. I hope you stick around and enjoy the show. Especially because, if you haven't heard the headlines, there's werewolf activists in prison for owning illegal furry sedative. How dare they? Alright, let's start the day. I just love my shop. Oh, it's Mr. Hyde. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. Evening. Are you by yourself tonight, sir? Gala is coming. After his shift. It's pretty empty here. You're our first customer tonight. Is there something wrong? Nothing. It's just a bit strange that you say our, when obviously there's only you here. Oh. Well, thanks for wanting to be included in the group, I guess. Thank you for all that, all you do. I guess it's just you and me, but when I'm working, I always put myself as the barista and the coffee shop. I see. Anyway, I need to order something. Let me check your profile first, see if there's any updates. Ooh, Lou is a full bar with us. Cool. Let's see. Oh, great. She's French. Let's see, love of the bright moonlight, believer in a life without a fight. I'm a big fan of art and poetry. You are my fan. What I'm doing with my life. Working 9 to 5 in a trading company by day, going to poetry readings and museums on the weekends, enraptured by the forbidden fruit. Interesting, interesting. Alright, let's go back to our talks here. You wanted to order a drink, didn't you? What do you want to drink tonight? Do you have any blood? Sadly, no. Sorry, sir, but we don't? Come on, did you think I was serious? Oh. Nah, give me a ginger green tea. Make sure it's very warm and bitter. Let's see, he wants a ginger green tea. Okay, so let's see, I think... Yep, that's green tea. He wants ginger. Twice the ginger, I guess. Very bitter and warm. Alright, let's give it a shot. Ginger green tea. Here goes nothing. Your drink is ready. Let's see. Good. Glad you liked it. By the way, if you don't mind my asking, ask away. You said you're here for work. Yes, for a couple of weeks. You're not in the medical industry like Mr. Gala, are you? Hell no. I could never imagine myself doing something so... what's the word? Something as honorable as that. Then, are you dealing with something I shouldn't ask about? I'm not a criminal, in case that's what you had in mind. I mean, it's not an evil job per se, but definitely not as honorable as working in a hospital. Then, what is it? Guess. You travel a lot? More or less. You befriended a startup founder, so I assume you either have your own startup or you work in some kind of investment agency. Heh. I used to, but not anymore. That startup founder, he's just a friend. Then what do you do? I've had many career paths in my life. They got boring after a while. So right now, I'm a model. I didn't expect that. But you have the looks in the figure, so I guess it makes sense. You want to know a secret? Sure. Those ads for anti-aging skincare products? No way. Vampire models. We are naturally good looking, skin paler than an elf's, but we don't have those annoying pointy ears, which makes us basically a bunch of good-looking living mannequins. How better to advertise anti-aging products than with people who naturally don't age? Oh, that's a cheap ad and I am loving it. Isn't that false advertising? Don't be naive. Truth is a matter of circumstance and perspective. Advertising is just framing the truth. I never thought of it that way. How long have you been modeling? Oh, not long. Not much more than 30 years. 30 years? Holy crap. Wow. Hey, it's Freya. Good evening. Can you please be a little quieter? There's another customer here. Act like a civilized person, if you can. Oh, come on. I'm just trying to make this place a little livelier. You don't mind, right, sir? No, I don't mind. I don't like their music when they chuckle. I'm pretty sure I saw you the last time I was here. You bet. You could say I'm a regular here. Hence the attitude. Hey, you look very happy. Any special occasion? Nah, nothing. This is my default state. She only has 2 states. Either extreme excitement or super stressed. Stop putting me in a bad light. Anyway, what were you talking about? We were talking about Mr. Hyde's profession. And what is your profession, dear sir? I'm a model. And he's been doing it for 30 years. Holy shit, 30 years of modeling? That's a long time. Not for me. My current liaison is in the clothing brand I work with. Is the daughter of the guy I worked with when I started modeling. Usually I work until it's the grandchild. Holy crap! That's really cool. I'm Freya, by the way. Nice to meet you, Freya. How's the writing so far? It's okay, but I'm stuck in need of a warm drink. So brew me something, please. Coffee? Nah. I need to take it slow tonight. Make me something warm and sweet without coffee. Oh, come on, I have to figure it out. Something warm and sweet without coffee. Something warm and sweet without coffee. Green tea? It's gotta be chocolate, right? Warm and sweet without coffee. No, no, no. It's gotta be warm. Without coffee. Tea. Warm and sweet. I'm kinda pickle. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to make. Let's see, I want something warm and sweet without coffee. Tea's definite winner. Man, I gotta figure this out. This is driving me nuts. I guess I can serve her this. It's got warm and sweet. A warm, sweet drink ready. Nice. A perfect drink to end the day. Glad you liked it. Because I have no idea what exactly I'm doing. So, you're a writer. Yeah, I work for the Evening Whispers. But I'm also working on my own novel right now. Sounds interesting. What kind of novel are you writing? It's complicated. You should wait until she finishes it. Yeah, no spoilers. That's if she ever manages to finish it. Yeah, that too. What's the genre? Slice of life. So, not fantasy or sci-fi? I'm still not sure. Probably it'll be normal slice of life. You'll have tough competition. You're not wrong. It'll probably put some surreal elements in there. Maybe it'll set in a world where only humans exist. Sounds a bit racist. That's the twist. This isn't about racial supremacy. I imagine, even in a world where only one race exists, problems will still appear anyway. Discrimination and racism will still happen. And Freya is not off the mark with that statement. How can they be racist without other races? Oh, Hyde, you have no flippin' idea how humans can be. Differences in language, nationality, ideology, or even skin color. When everything's the same, the smallest differences will stand out. Perhaps it's diversity that can teach us to look past the differences. The bottom line is, we'll always find a way to hate others. I assure you of that. And she's right. That doesn't really sound all that funny. Hey, it's fantasy. That's what fiction's for anyway. Painting the what-ifs. That's actually pretty interesting. I'll buy your book when it comes out. I'll fly back here to have it signed. Oh, thank you. Oh, company. And it's... Oh, it's Lua. Hi, everyone. Good evening, Miss Lua. Hi there. How's it going? Great, thanks. Lua, please meet Hyde. Nice to meet you, Mr. Hyde. And hi, please meet Lua. Hi. Are you by yourself? Yeah, just finished a meeting. I need an escape from my coworkers. So I decided to come here instead. Is Bailey's coming? Oh, he's not. Uh-oh. Is that Mr. Galacol? He's a freelancer, remember? He's free to do whatever he wants. Is everything okay? To be honest, we haven't talked much since the other day. Ooh, sorry, girl. Oh. We shall fix that with a warm drink, then. Good idea, thanks. I'm in the mood for a green tea latte. Green tea latte? Is there a problem? No, it's nothing. Sorry. A cup of green tea latte, please. I believe it was just green tea, milk. Sorry about that. Your green tea latte is ready. Thank you. I don't know why, but I was suddenly longing for a green tea latte. This drink really feels really heartwarming. Call me pretentious, but I think drinks have the power to connect people's hearts. Aw, sweet. Not surprisingly deep for a cup of tea. Shush up, don't ruin this for me. By the way, about Bailey's. Has he visited this place again? Actually, no, he hasn't, last I checked. After our last meeting. Not that I know of. He hasn't. Oh. I should apologize for the commotion we caused. What are you talking about? You were the only ones here, literally. Please don't worry about that. Who is this Bailey's person you keep mentioning? Bailey's is... or was... I don't know. My boyfriend. We had a little fight a few days ago. About what? Hey, it's okay for him to ask her just like that. You tell me. Dude, I'm just a customer. You're the owner of this place. It's an old problem. I'm a succubus and he's an elf. The usual racial problems then. Psst, show some manners, old man. What? I'm just following up on the questions you started. It's alright. Bailey's and I have different views on the importance of family. My family is pretty close and usually they're supportive. When it comes to dating an elf, they fear I'll be treated like a peasant. Bailey's, on the other hand, he comes from a well-respected elven family. They can be cagey at times, I get it. But for whatever reason, he took his family for granted. It's not surprising that his family would disagree with the relationship. You don't sound like the most succubi I know. How's your boyfriend dealing with this? He said we should just keep going. Just the same as we have been for the last 10 years. So you've been together for 10 years as a couple. And he suggests that you both should just go on as usual? I mean, your relationship for the past 10 years, that was without familial approval, right? Well, yeah. But I want a relationship to move forward. I want a family. Did he disagree with the idea of marrying you? No, quite the opposite. He wanted to marry me. What's the problem then? It's not that simple. His family will disown him? Yes. He wants to marry you, even if he has to leave his family? Yes. Problem solved then. Why do you even care about what his or your family thinks? Just marry him, make a family of your own. It's not that simple. I don't want to be held responsible if he regrets his decision one day. Abandoning one's family is not a solution. What if marrying me is a mistake? What if he regrets leaving his family? I can't take that kind of responsibility. I can't let him make that sacrifice. Lua, did you ever think about the risks when you started dating him? Yes. No. Maybe a little bit. We didn't think it would get this far. From what I can see, you're the problem here. You're pretty greedy for wanting it all. Him, family approval. If you're asking for racial reconciliation, might as well ask for world peace. Old man, stop talking. Lua, if I may ask, do you want to marry Baileys? I love him. Of course I do. Even so, I can't let him leave his family for me. It would be selfish. Because I can't do the same for him. I love my family so much, no matter how messy they are. Well, that's difficult. So you're forcing your boyfriend to have the same life as you have. That blood is thicker than water mentality won't work here. Not every family is worth fighting for, you know. Some are. Not his. Have you ever met Bailey's family? No, they always rejected the idea. Did he try to reintroduce you to them? He did. You can't have it all, lady. This is not a fairy tale. This is not a story where some fairy godmother will suddenly appear and grant your wishes. This is how things go in real life. You have to take chances and make sacrifices. And you choose which one is the best for you. Pretty simple. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I hate to be the girl who always runs away. But thank you for the advice. Take care on your way, Miss Lua. I will. Bye. You are super harsh, old man. But you agree with me, don't you? Well... You didn't have to say it so harshly, you know. What are you doing here by yourself anyway? Trying to pick a fight with everyone? I'm waiting for a friend. And I think this is him. Oh, there he is. Yep, Gala. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Gala. How you doing, Freya? I'm fine. But your friend here is one hell of a troublemaker. What did you do this time, Hyde? Stated facts. Harshly. To someone that needed it. Hang on a sec, gotta have my coffee. But not the way you said it. Let me order a drink first. Then you folks tell me about what happened. What are you having this evening, sir? Do you remember my Fury remedy I mentioned it a couple days ago? The one with ginger and caffeine? Yes. Can you try to figure out what it is? Sure. Should I try mixing the ginger with tea? Yes. Tea, ginger, and I'm still not sure what the last one might be. Okay, I'll try experimenting with it. You'll know when you get it right. The tea, ginger. Ah, man. Stupid secret ingredients. Tea, ginger, and guess we'll add a hint of milk. Ginger milk tea. Let's try it one more time. I think it's tea, milk, then ginger. Yep, bingo, the Galahad. Surprising how that actually literally makes a difference of a flavor. So it's tea, milk, and ginger. Let's try this one. Thank you, Ari. This might be it. Are you sure? I'm not 100% sure, but please make a note of it in case of emergency. Will do. Okay, now I'm ready for the story. Once I check to make sure I got my profile updated. See, Gala here is a veterinarian working in a hospital. Galahad. Cool. So, tell me what happened. She's a better storyteller than me. Alright, so there's this girl. Oh, thank God, we're skipping it. And that's about it. Hide, oh hide. You never change, do you? Oh, both of you are gonna judge me for being honest now? Dude, honesty is good and all, but, you know, try not to be a dick. Listen to Hyde. She's not got a good point. Ugh. Not you too. I was a bit surprised, though. Usually you don't bother with this kind of thing. I've seen you actively avoid it. You do know me. We've been friends for years. Yeah, of course. I don't know why I got involved in that discussion. I guess the vibe in this place has seeped into me. I understand. This place does have that special magic. Not exactly a good magic. Judging from the reaction I received today, you may be right. But there are better ways to say what you have in mind. Anyway, I've got to go. So soon? It's past midnight. I need to get some sleep. Take care on your way, Freya. Sleep tight. See you guys. Didn't expect her to leave so soon. Why are you staring at me like that? Nothing. What did you want to talk about when you told me to meet you here? I was just bored. And that's the serious way to make you come out. Seriously? I thought the story from Freya was enough. To fill your daily dose of interaction. Well, it was. Something indeed. You said something about being my friend for years. Yeah? Why? Do you ever wonder what it'd be like if we hadn't met? What do you mean? Forget it. It's late anyway. I need to get back. Huh? Alright, Hari, thanks for the evening. Pleasure was mine. Bye. What was that? You know him better than I do, Mr. Gala. Care for another drink to end the day? Sure. It looks like we hit Saturday. Hey, Silverbolt, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. You're in for another round of coffee talk. How's your Wednesday night been? Just reading the paper here. Looks like we got the Atlantic countries plead for landfolk to send help instead of trash. Didn't know that's a thing. Opinion. Who watches The Watchmen in Seattle? Isn't that the world's greatest mystery? Anything good happening with your gameplay lately? Welcome. Oh, maybe I should save first just in case. Oh. Welcome? Silverbolt, I have no idea who to flip the serve here. Hello there. Good evening. Good evening, sir? Ah, the usual earthing linguistic problem. You'll never get used to it. You started dating? Congratulations! How did it go? Oh, congratulations, Silverbolt. I'm happy for ya. Is it okay if I call you sir? Definitely. You can call us whatever you like. Us? Were you Legion? We do not mind a bit. Do you want to order anything, sir? Oh yes, we have to communicate our order. Please pardon us. What do you recommend? You will not be able to taste the difference anyway. What do you mean? It is alright. Forget it. What is the most expensive drink here? Everything's the same price in this coffee shop. Really? That is interesting. Unlike other places we have visited so far. Have you decided what to order then? Okay, we'd like to order... anything. Anything? Anything. Anything. So, congratulations on date. You're starting your dates. I hope it went really well. Coffee, lemon. Your drink is ready, sir. I hope it's to your liking. Don't worry, it will not matter to us. Except it will, because you just added another drink to my menu. Okay, let us drink this. What? Through your finger? You're seeing this, right, Silverbolt? This entity, this NASA person is drinking through their finger. Yes. Oh, nothing. Okay. Oh, you've been watching the what episodes? Oh, cool. You went to dinner and came back to your place. Sweet. Stayed up till midnight. Dang. Are you ready for the next episode? If I remember hearing right, Spider-Man as Doctor Strange-ish. The Spider-Man from that is, I believe his name is, the voice actor is Josh Keaton from the Spectacular Spider-Man series, which I am hyped about. Excuse me, sir? Yes. Why did you put your finger in the drink? That's a very strange question. We are drinking it, of course. Drinking it? Yes, drinking it. Oh yes, of course. We almost forgot. Earthlings use their speaking organ to drink. We use our appendages to drink. This is a very strange person here. I don't know if I want this in my shop. Usually a polypropylene drinking apparatus is provided for us to use. Pardon? It is what you call plastic in the shape of a long tubular stick. A straw? You mean a straw? Yes, we wonder why Earthlings rely on it so much. Mostly, you can drink without it. Yet the plastic stick apparatus was provided on 87.76% of all drinking occasions we encountered. Holy crap. And it has become one of the biggest single-use pollutants on your planet. He's not wrong. It's not wrong. Anyway, how you drink with a straw? The same we just did. But thanks to the plastic stick apparatus, we don't need to put our appendages into the liquid mixture you call drinks. It is very convenient. Perhaps convenience takes higher priority in Earthling's decision-making processes. I see. I guess people won't suspect a thing if you put your hands on a straw. Affirmative. By the way, you say you just arrived. Where did you come from, sir? It would be too complicated to tell you all the details, but we can tell you one thing. We have a mission here. A mission? Yes. What kind of mission? Find what the Earthlings call a female. I'm sorry, what? And then... Oh! This went somewhere south. What are you looking for a female? What are you looking for? Breed. And the exit's that way. Please head out of my shop. So you came from a faraway place to find a date. Date? A mission does not have anything to do with your understanding of time. No, I'm not talking about that kind of date. Oh, pardon us. But no, our mission also does not have anything to do with the fruits. I wasn't talking about that kind of date either. Oh, pardon us again. Your language is extremely confusing sometimes. You have no idea. Don't worry about it. We also struggle with our own languages. Things really need to work on their communication. There are so many ways to make communication more direct and simple. Of all the places we have been to, this place has the worst communication methods. Can't argue with that. So, how's the mission so far? Not good. We are using this unique communication application. According to our data, it is the biggest source of breeding interaction on Earth. Although the success rate of the breeding is not as high as the interaction. Never heard about... Wait. Are you talking about a dating app? This system used a fire symbol as their sign. You are talking about a dating app. But again, we found some contradictions in the application. What do you mean? According to our understanding of the application, it requires the person that interacts with it to swipe left or right. If you swipe left, it means you do not want to breed. If you swipe right, it means you do want to breed. And when two interspecies swipe right between each other, they can commence the introduction to the breeding process. It didn't go well, I assume. Most of them started communicating with very big letters on their communication platform, and they said some words that cannot be considered proper. I don't know what to say there. But you said most of them. Some of them actually did not get mad? Oh, some of them are laughing with text. Did you get to meet them? We set up meetings. Many of them did not appear, but some did. Yes, but we got confused with the way they communicate. No outcome from the meetings. Even though we decided to go to various recommended places according to our databases. And this coffee shop happens to be one of the recommended places. Yes. Interesting. Then you're here to meet someone? Yes. But she should have arrived some time ago. Maybe each Earthling also has different interpretations of time. You're right about that. Good evening, miss. Evening. And that's the last of my coffee, so now it's time to bring out the carbonate, my sparkling water. Drink up, people. Would you like to order something? Cafe latte, please. Coffee, milk. And cafe latte. Your order is ready, miss. Thank you. How is it? Good. Glad you liked it. Are you here to read again, miss? Yeah, you know the drill. Please enjoy your time. Oh, they're looking at each other. Say, hello, friend. Can I help you with something? Oh, nothing. Pardon us. Okay. Excuse us? Yes? Are you waiting for someone? Not this again. No, I'm not waiting for anyone. Are you sure? Yes. Uh-oh. I'm sure I'm not waiting for anyone. Because we are waiting for someone from this app. And she is an orc, just like you. Look here. First, I'm not the only female orc on Earth. Heck, I'm not even a pure orc. But is your name Urukai69? Oh my god. Is this guy sane? Please pardon them, miss. I don't think they're from around here. So, you have not answered our question. Are you Urukai69? No. My name is Myrtle, and I have never used Urukai69 anywhere. Oh, you really are not a... Oh gosh darn it. And hello, Myrtle. Oh, you already have a friend. She's a game developer, hell yeah! Game programmer working on Full Metal Conflict series. Oh, she's a popular one too. Of course I'm not. Seriously, men nowadays. If you're that desperate to find a date, why don't you ask your friends? Or go to a club or something. But we don't have any friends on Earth. Hey, when you said he's not from around here, are you saying he's not from Earth? Well, from what I've gathered up to now, they're not from this planet. Man. Pardon us for interrupting. But when you said club, which activities are you talking about? According to the search result, there are just too many clubs on Earth. Some of them look pretty interesting. Like this club about space exploration. They call themselves Trekkies. Oh god, he's talking about the club. Forget everything I said. What time were you supposed to meet this female orc? About an hour ago, according to local time. She's bailing on you, man. What does that mean? It means big chance she's not coming. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you. She's probably right, sir. Damn. Have you tried contacting her? We have. She read it according to the application. Did she reply? No. Ouch. If she didn't reply, I'm 100% sure she bailed. She's not coming. I believe Miss Myrtle here is right. That was... We are pretty objective people. But somehow Earth's vagueness has taught us a new kind of feeling. This has happened before? Many times. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. But it might be a sign you need to change your strategy. Ethics use strategies to breed? Most complicated strategies, in fact. Your kind never ceases to amaze us. If that's the case, well, then why don't we do not need to be here anymore. You can stay if you like. Oh, it's okay. We need to report back immediately. But we will visit this place again in the future. You have a very nice place, owner. Please, just call me Ari. Thank you for your time, Ari. And thank you for your input also, Miss Myrtle. We'll definitely study the breeding strategies for Earth. Sure. It's called Norm, by the way. The, breeding norms. Although you can use strategy as the keyword. We will keep that in mind. Okay then, we are off. Take care on your way. Oh good lord, that guy. Oh, someone else showed up. Hey, it's Freya! Whoa boy, who the hell was that? Oh, hi there, Freya. What is an astronaut doing in this coffee shop? Drinking and waiting for their friend, apparently. What kind of friend? Laika the dog? A date from a dating app. I should have been here. What does their date look like? The date didn't show up. Ouch. Poor astronaut. Why didn't they remove the astronaut suit first before going on a date? I mean, showing off your job is pretty common, but it doesn't have to be that literal, you know? I don't think they're an astronaut. Not in the usual sense. What do you mean? They might be an alien. Alien? Like Englishman in New York alien or alien alien? Alien alien? Outer space? Probably. Or other dimensions, I don't know. Wow. Like, super wow. I mean, I know you get a lot of different visitors here, but wow. Life is never boring here. That's why I'm writing about it. Oh yeah, how's it going so far? The writing? Yes, the writing. With a capital T and W. It's going pretty well, actually. Nice. May I see it? What do you mean? Can I read the draft you've written so far? No. Please don't. Why? That's not good enough. Hey, be more confident in your work. You know you're a good writer. Besides, if you're not that confident with it, maybe I can share some feedback. Whew, sorry guys, forewarning. You're right. I actually had prepared a printout of the draft, so you're planning to show it all along. How sweet. I wasn't sure about it. It's the first presentable draft anyway. Come on, I know the drill. And I'm pretty familiar with your stuff. Alright, alright. Let me get out of my bag. Be honest with your feedback. I will. Now, will you hand it over? It's okay, Freya. Here it is. Thank you. Now, let's see. How was it? How was it? Let me read at my own pace, okay? What's wrong? Is it that bad? The main character. Oh my, is the character badly written? I don't think the character suits my personality. That's because you're not the inspiration. Too bad. You have a prime example standing in front of you every day. Prime example? You? You're like the most mysterious person I've ever met. Wait, I think someone's coming. Hey, the draft. I'm not done yet. Mer girls. Welcome, would you like a drink here or a takeaway, miss? Here, please. What would you like? Or maybe you'd like to sit down first before deciding. I'll order right away. No need to hurry, take your time. Is it okay if I order something a bit complicated? You can order whatever you like, as long as we have the ingredients. If that's the case, do you know masala chai? The tea with spices? Yes. I'd like to order masala chai then, please. Masala chai. So it's tea with spices, am I right? Let's see if this is it. Nope, that's not it. Dang it. What is that drink? Masala chai. Tea, ginger, cinnamon. Tea, ginger, and cinnamon. At least 2 out of 3, right? Bingo. I believe this is the drink you were talking about. From the look of it, I think so. Let's give it a taste. Why is she so adorable? This is not fair. Uh-oh. This is a bad miss? Oh, no. It's really good. It just brought back some memories. I hope they're good ones. Oh, they certainly are. They certainly are. Huh? Where were we? Oh, wait. Don't tell me she's the one who was supposed to meet the alien. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That's too priceless. Where were we? The main character? The character feels very you. You bet. If the reader knows me, they'll notice right away. Is that okay? Sure, why not? It sounds so narcissistic. Don't worry about it. They won't notice unless they know me personally. And having the main character think like me makes it easier to write. You say so. Sorry. Hmm? Did you say something? Yes. Sorry for interrupting. Are you a fiction writer? Yes, I am. That sounds so cool. Well, yeah, but I only write small-scale fiction. Short stories for the newspaper. Or non-fiction stories about people in this town. She's writing a novel right now, you know? In fact, I was just reading the draft for it. Hey! Wow. How many books have you written? Well, this would be my first book if I finished it. I always wanted to be a fiction writer. But conjuring words is hard. I'm a writer. And even I can't use complex words like conjure like you just did. A lot of people said that my vocabulary is uncommon. What do you do? What's your name again? Ah, pardon me. My name is Aqua. Just like that, we have a friend profile. She's a researcher by day, aspiring indie developer by night. She's a developer too? She's right here next to Miss Myrtle. Hi, Aqua. I'm Freya, and the barista here is Ari. Greetings, Miss Aqua. Nice to meet you. So yeah, what do you do? I'm a researcher at the university. I also make games in my free time. Yeah, that's even cooler than my job, you know? Thanks. You said you can't write, but research papers need a lot of writing skills, right? Indeed. But it's descriptive writing, not narrative writing. What kind of fields are you researching, by the way? I focus on computer graphics. Whoa. It involves a lot of calculations and boring stuff. Not something the media would cover, I guess. It wouldn't attract many readers. Oh my. I forgot you're a journalist. So sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. Come on, you have to worry so much about everything. It's alright. Excuse me for interrupting. Yes? You said you're a researcher in computer graphics, right? That's right. Did you write a paper on the latest fluid rendering technique for 3D environments? I believe one of the contributors is also named Aqua. Oh my, yes, that's me. Did you read it? I did. It was pretty important for the project we're working on. May I ask what kind of project that is? It's a video game series called Full Metal Conflict. Are you kidding me? You work on FMC? Oops. Sorry, I got a bit too excited all of a sudden. Don't be. It's nice when you meet someone who likes the thing you worked on. I love that series so much. My name is Aqua, by the way. But you already knew that. My name is Myrtle. What do you do in the project? I'm one of the technical artists. Ah, no wonder. Yeah, I don't want to intrude on your discussion any further. But I could ask for your business card or something. Me and some friends have something we want to discuss. We submitted queries through your department's contact form, but we haven't received any replies. Oh yes, that happens a lot. The form sends the queries to another department, and sometimes it takes them a bit to respond. Darn us for that. Oh, Felipe! Ooh! Thank you for the follow, my new friend. Ooh. That almost went out for a second. So yeah, thank you, Felipe, for the follow, and hello to you too. How's your Wednesday evening going? I was getting a little tired, and that woke me up with my drink. So thank you for the wake up call. Of course, should expect. I don't have my card with me right now, but, we can swap email addresses if you want. Sure. Here's my email. Yep, got it. This Full Metal Conflict series you two are talking about, is it the same series that's getting a movie adaptation soon? So, Felipe, what do? You play games? Got anything you want to share with us? What kind of games do you like playing? Got a new friend, new person to chat with. This is getting good. Yeah, that one. To be honest, I hate the idea of turning the game into a movie. Nonetheless, Hollywood. They have the budget for flashy visuals, but I doubt they'll do the series justice. Why? Because some games tell their stories in a unique way, and some stories can only be told through this medium, and FMC is no exception to that. Interesting. Hey, no, your English is fine. No need to be sorry about it. Honestly, I understood it pretty well. You were just saying hi. Oh, you understand something? Okay, I was like, hey, do you play video games, or what kind of games do you like to play? You know, just basic things if you want to share. That's all. So what is your language for your primary one, if I may ask? I don't know if I'll be able to talk that way, or speak that language, and I apologize. But while we wait for and I hope I'm saying Felipe's name right, so I don't mess it up while I keep reading the gameplay. Well, not much. I usually play weird, obscure art games. The type of game you might see in an art gallery. Really? That's weird. You're not the first to say I'm weird. It's not that. Usually people that play arty games are gamers that got bored of the current state of video games. That's true, but I believe art games cater to a whole different market. Oh, you speak Spanish. I like the aesthetics of my channel. Oh, thank you for liking my art. That makes me happy. And my voice relaxes? Thank you. You know, it's funny enough, I've talked in my other jobs, I've been in roles where I speak in different ways, and I've been told so many times that this voice relaxes people. So I kind of laugh when I keep getting told that, and I'm just like, man, I should get into the radio business. But I'm glad you're enjoying this, and I'm glad you enjoy the art. Honestly, if people like the way I draw it, it makes me happy. Compared to Main Street games, hence a lot of the players are not gamers, and they're more accessible to play, but harder to perceive. Understanding them requires a whole different level of many things. Sorry, I rambled on for too long. But at least that's what I think. Good point. Yeah, that was a really good perspective. I played those types of games thanks to people I hang out with. Yeah, you got that look of an artsy hipster, you know. Nailed it. So you understand my point about the adaptation, right? Kinda. Anyway, I need to go back. I'll email you first thing tomorrow about our question. Wait, what time is it? Oh my, I need to go home. We can walk to the bus stop together if you want. I hope that doesn't bother you, Miss Metal. Just Metal is fine. And of course it won't bother me at all. Shall we go home? Sure. Thank you so much, Ari. And you too, Miss Freya. Good luck with the riding. You take care of on your way, okay? Will do. See you around, folks. Please be careful on your way back. So, yes, that was a nice talk. But you haven't given me proper feedback for the draft yet. I can see that you were reading it on and off. Well, it's kind of good. Seriously? That's it? I'm not an editor. Did you expect me to have a list of notes for you? Yes. Really? You're mysterious. That much is true. I've been a regular here for a while. I recognize the expressions you were making as you read it. You have a lot of comments, right? Gonna get to that one. Admit it. Okay, you got me. But this won't be short. And I will be really honest about it. Well, the night is young. Bring it on. Okay, let's start at the beginning. And that's when I tore her a new one. Wow, that finished a whole night on that one. Alright, so let's see. Based on the time here, I think I got enough time for one more day before I need to end the stream. Once again, I'd like to thank host 00312 for following me today, as well as Felipe. Thank you so much for joining the channel, and I'm glad to add you to my list of friends. So let's see, what are the headlines on the Evening Whispers? Research found that most Fury sedative on the market are not safe. Shocker. Profile, Morris Lester, from slum to glam. Pajama-clad 27-year-old actuary found decapitated on his own bed. Okay, that was dark. Let's see, save before we move on. Huh, she's on her phone. Do you want to order anything else? I'm good for now. I'll order again once I finish reading this. Okay then. I'll leave you with whatever that is. Oh man. Uh-oh, something. Aqua's back! Oh, Aqua, fancy seeing you again so soon. Hi, Freya. Hi, Ari. Good evening, Miss Aqua. How are you two doing today? Oop, I'm adding more words. Same old. I'm good. How about you? I'm fine, thank you. And you? I thought we just literally said that. Oops. He caught on too. I asked that already. I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. Is Myrtle here? So far it's only me and Ari. We have you with us now, of course. Are you meeting with her here tonight? Oh, it's not that. I was just wondering whether she's coming here or not tonight. You have her email, right? Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to come and meet you here now? That always works for me whenever I want to talk to someone. That would be nice. It's not that important anyway. I just wanted to follow up on the questions her team sent you today. Follow up directly, I mean. Anyway, I should order something. Take your time, Miss Aqua. It's alright, I'll order now. I'll have a cup of tea with lemon and cinnamon, please. So a cup of tea with a lemon and cinnamon. That makes us this. Tea with lemon and cinnamon. She wants a Russian tea. Okay, that's cool tea. I can dig that. Here you go. Ah, it looks so pretty. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Russian tea, right? Oh, you knew? I heard about it once. I'm pretty sure the only part that's Russian is the name. Oh, we got a new update on the profile. Let's see. Who is it? Ah, it's Aqua. Oh, Aqua's already fully unlocked. Sweet. She's a mermaid from Atlantis and a friendly introvert. Tea lover. Cool, she's an introvert. Always Full Metal Conflict video games in general. Grandma. Oh, her grandma's one of her favorite things. That's adorable. What am I doing with my life? Moved to Seattle to achieve my dream of advancing technology as far as we can. Trying to find the place and person where I belong while doing something I love. Oh, that's adorable. Oh, let's see, the coffee. Yep, that's another drink for the menu. Only got 3 more teas to discover. And 4 coffees. More green teas, more chocolate, and everything else in between. Let's see. It was originally from a community cookbook or something. You're right. Whoa, that's highly specific fun fact to know. I guess I spent too much time browsing the internet. When did you arrive, Freya? I've been here since you left last night. Boop, boop, boop. She was trying to talk while she was drinking the tea. Finished drinking tea first, Aqua. I'm sorry. I said you haven't left? I was just joking. Oh. That would be crazy. Why? Oh no. I didn't mean to offend you or anything. It's just that you shouldn't forget to take breaks. You too, Ari. Aw, she's worried about us. That's so sweet. Love that. Please make sure you get enough rest. Of course I will, Miss Aqua. Thank you for the reminder. By the way, Aqua. Yes? Where do you come from? Because, judging from your accent, you're not from the States, right? I'm not. I'm from the ocean. Geez, like, if it wasn't clear with the whole she's a mermaid and she's got octopus tentacles around her? So, I'm trying to figure, especially when she walks, she does that sound. So I'm like, does she have mermaid, like, fins for feet? Or does she have, like, octopus bottom? I mean, it's a different design. I'm all for it. Whoa, so you're a full-fledged oceanic? Born and raised in the sea. Why did you move here? Chasing the American dream, I guess. You moved with your family? Oh, there's a dark story behind this one. No, I'm the only one who could move here. Oh. May I know why? It's not easy for our people. Especially the female. Oh, no. To get higher education. I got scholarships and the opportunity. I wasn't sure about moving, you know. But my parents pushed me to do it. How long have you been here? Almost 2 years now. Give this girl props. Do your parents visit often? They can't. Do you know how hard it is for my people to get a US visa? I'm sorry to hear that. It's okay, we're still in contact. We do a video call at least once a week. Do you have siblings? Of course. We are sea people. My extended family is probably as big as Seattle's population. Holy cow! That's terrifying. Yeah, same, Freya. Whoa. That's a lot. You really have that many relatives? Of course not. I was just exaggerating. But if you count my grandpa's kids and grandkids, there are hundreds of us. Holy shit! How about you, Freya? Do you have any siblings? I have. Not as many as you, as I assume. I have a little brother. 4 years younger. He also lives in Seattle? Nah, he's living in San Francisco. Near our parents' house. He's the good kid and I'm the rebel. Working some high-end tech job. While taking care of my dad on the weekends. That's so nice of him. I know, right? That reminds me. I should visit my parents after finishing this draft. You should. Visit them while you can. I know. Anyway, I want to order something. Another espresso? You know, the usual. She is the espresso, so I think it was... Shoot, I almost forgot what the espresso is. I literally thought it was just coffee, 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 but then I was like, no, it can't be that easy. She's the usual. She's a triple shot espresso. Your espresso's ready. Thanks. Bitter. Just the way I love it. Oh, thank God. For a second, I'll be like, how did that suddenly change and she didn't like it? Oh, we got another cup. Okay. I have no idea who you are or what your race is. Or species. Good evening, sir. Good evening. How can I help you, sir? Ah, yes. I don't know what to order. Something to raise your spirits, perhaps? Nothing you like on the menu? I can make you a custom drink if you like. Actually, are you familiar with STMJ? Sorry, I've never heard of it. If you can tell me the ingredients, I'm sure I can recreate it. Ah, lucky me. STMJ stands for Susu Telur Madu Yahi. It's Indonesian. It means milk, egg, honey, and ginger. Understood. Wait, do you have the eggs? I certainly have. They're not on the shelf, but I'll add egg once I've mixed the rest of the ingredients. I love that. 1 cup of STMJ, please. I literally did that 1 cup. I do have an STMJ. Yep, bingo. Milk, ginger, and honey. Milk, ginger, and honey. Bingo. Here's your STMJ, sir. Ah, that smell. It brings back so many memories. It's quite difficult to find a place with a proper STMJ here in the States. I've traveled to so many places, and none of them got it right. You're the first one to manage it. Yes! Excuse me, may I ask you girls something? Sure, ask away. What kind of things do you kids like doing nowadays? Excuse me? Aren't you college students? No, we're not. When did he suddenly scoot closer? That was just a blink of an eye. I see. May I ask? Oh, no. I don't want to find out if this guy's like that. I really don't want to find out. I mean, Felipe, you agree with me, right? We don't want to find out, right? May I ask how old you are? You're being creepy, old man. Go back to your chair and keep your distance. Thank you, Freya. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be creepy. Hey, Ari. Who's this pervy old man? I want to... I have no idea. It's his first time here. Thanks for the F letter. Today's stream is brought to you by the letter F. I want to be able to understand young people. Please, someone sit between us. The office. Oh, thank God you're here, Officer Jorge. Georgie. What's up? That's a creepy old man trying to flirt with us. Where? You mean him? Yes, but not so loud. This man here is Rachel's dad, Freya. What? He asked to meet me, so I told him to come here. Rachel's the cat girl! Oh my god! Yep, Georgie's the best. So yeah, Felipe, I don't know if you're familiar with this because this was on the first episode last week. There's a cat girl from a popular band who showed up. Nikomimi, I believe is the species, or what they're called. And apparently she and her dad have had a fight. And that man is her dad. And he's trying to understand young people now so he can understand his daughter. Oh, that's cool. Because Georgie over here told the Rachel that she should try talking to her dad so they can get better understanding, so they don't like have a bad relationship with each other. I didn't know that Rachel's dad was a perky old man. No wonder she ran away from home. Everyone, please meet Mr. Furlong, Rachel's dad. Mr. Furlong, please meet Freya and Ari. Please, call me Henry. Oh great, now his profile too. Oh, he has Rachel's picture when she was a baby. That's adorable. Look at that picture. I can't be mad at this guy now. I apologize for earlier. I wasn't trying anything funny. I'm sorry about that. Wait a minute. Your name is Henry Furlong? Yes. And you're Rachel Florencia's father? Yes. Furlong? Florencia? Why do you have different last names? Why are you trying to pull? Florencia was my late wife's maiden name. Oh. I'm sorry. Rachel chose it for her stage name. Freya? Okay, I think I better work on my novel. I'm sure you guys have a lot to talk about. Freya, I'll come with you. Oh, really? Gonna leave me with these guys? Anyway, what was it that you wanted to talk to me about? It's about Rachel. That night when you drove her home, was she hanging out with shady people? Well, I think one of them was a bit shady. Hey, I heard that. What? I'm not a criminal. I'm just kidding. She was in this coffee shop talking with Freya and Ari here. She wasn't in any danger. Are you sure? What about before that? Whoa, calm down. Is everything okay? Alright? Uh-oh. It's just that I feel that she's getting more and more distant. I don't know how to talk to her anymore. Or even what to talk about. I don't know what kids her age are into nowadays. Every time we talk, we end up fighting. I have 3 daughters. We fight all the time. One thing that I learned, give them time and space. But be there when they need you. Or you can just bribe them. One time, I had a fight with my eldest daughter. She didn't want to talk to me for a week. I know she loves pizza, so I went to Rocco's and bought her a favorite pie. I left the pizza on the table like a trap. Then I just waited for her to take the bait, just like a stakeout. Once she took a bite of that delicious pepperoni, I casually grabbed a slice and sat with her. The pizza really helped soothe things over. That's adorable. After that, she wouldn't stop talking. What if what she loves doing is the problem? Rachel loves singing and performing on stage. I'm proud of what she has achieved with her career. She's really young, but the entertainment industry isn't a kind place. Not the label, not the media, not the fans. And I don't trust her new manager. Rachel's just a little girl. What if she gets harassed? Or forced to do drugs? Did something happen? Well, nothing's happened. Yet. I just feel it in my guts. Is it possible that you're just being paranoid? I don't know. Maybe. Alright, I need to go now. Thanks for the drink. Take care on your way. Well, can't you just find another manager? Rachel's already 18, so legally she can sign contracts without parental approval. I've been trying to tell her to quit, but every time I brought it up, we just ended up fighting. As a parent, there's really nothing much we can do, other than guiding them and being there when they need us. Sooner or later, we'll have to trust them to make their own choices. And with everything we taught them, hopefully they'll make the right choices. But if she made the wrong choices, I can do a background check on that manager. If that will ease your mind, please do. Okay, give me a name. It's Morris. Last name, Lester. Oh. Okay, if I type the name, I swear it's gonna sound like he's more Lester. I'm a Lester. So his name is Morris Lester. Morris Lester. Got it. That is not a very good name to have. Oh, isn't he the guy in today's paper? Anyway, I'll let you know if there's a hit. Oh, that was quick. Hold on, I gotta take this. I've just got a call. I've got to go. I'd love to talk more about this with you. Let's meet again soon. Wait. You have my contact details. Call me if you ever need my help. Wait. Uh-oh. He is really paranoid. I mean, I get it. He loves his daughter, but it's just he's being overprotective is what he's doing. Don't worry, I'm sure everything will be alright. I used to manage a girl band. Oh, he was a manager too? Why doesn't he just do it himself? I've seen bad things happen. That bad? Yeah. I was against her joining that pop group at first, but my wife, Rachel's mom, she convinced me to give it a chance. Ever since she's been gone, I don't know how to talk to Rachel. With her wanting to do more of her own stuff, I don't know what to do. What do you mean, by her own stuff? Modeling and a solo singing career. It's a whole different world than the band. I'm familiar with that side of the biz. But things have changed, right? Even if it has, I don't think it's for the better. Praise back. She survived being an idol. Even managed to graduate and start a solo career. She sounds like someone who can take care of herself. Don't you think so? She's not ready. Oh yeah, he's definitely a very he's a very loving father, but he's very overprotective is what he's doing. I don't want her to get hurt. He's just really, he doesn't want her. Like, don't get me wrong, he's got the good reasons, but it's just when you don't let these guys experience it, then they don't learn and develop. So he's just being really overprotective. There are a lot of bad people out there. People that want to take advantage of her. You are her father. I understand you might be worried, However, you shouldn't hinder her from achieving her dreams. I just want what's best for her. Is it really what's best, though? I think she's born to soar. But she's just a girl. My little girl. Seriously? That's your argument? I didn't mean to sound that way. It doesn't matter whether she's a boy or girl. You'll drive her away if you keep acting like this. With your knowledge, you should be able to help her achieve her dreams. It's true, Freya's got a point on that one. I was once a stubborn young girl too. Maybe I can give you a little advice on how to handle rebellious teens. I'd love to hear it. Is it okay if I stay a bit longer, Ari? Yeah, you're a paying customer, dude. Take all the time you need. Alright, and with that, we've finished another day. I am probably going to save after the opening the shop because it is past my time. I have got to get some sleep. But hey, thanks once again. Gonna talk out here real quick. Thank you to Silverbot Animations for joining us here. I'm happy your date went so well, and I hope great things happen for you. Keep us up and keep up with that date. And Felipe, thank you for following and thank you for watching the stream. I'm glad that my voice helps relax you, and I'm glad that my you like the aesthetics of my channel. If you want, always know that I do streams on Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. So this coming Saturday, I should be resuming my stream with my sister Minnie Misery. We are playing the series of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. We are just about the end of episode 3. And I think we'll probably get to a little bit of episode 4. And then on Sunday, we are starting my new game, Scarlet Nexus. Oh, you subscribed to my YouTube? Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. If you guys have any games you want to recommend that I try and give it a shot, you can reach me on Twitter. I do receive messages there. The Twitter name is A Rising Gamer. It's like my Twitch channel. Just take out the word "the" and you'll find it. So yeah, thank you guys, everyone, for joining us here. I am so glad to actually have had a couple more followers join me here and enjoying what I'm coming up with here. However, the night is getting late. I'm very exhausted, and I think it's time for all of us to get a little shut-eye. Oh, you do not occupy Twitter? Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, as long as you have the alert bells going off, you will be able to get a ping when I do start streaming. The weekends, I typically start them at 9 a.m. Eastern time, so if your time zone is different than mine, I apologize in advance if it's at a time that you're not able to. Otherwise, yeah, I'm sorry it's a little late. It's just like I either, with the way my job is, and then I get home, I try to take care of things, I have to give some time between getting home and getting that stuff done, so it comes late at night. But I try not to make them super late just because I'm also tired as well. But again, thank you very much for joining, and thank you for following and becoming a new friend here. And as you see on the bottom of the screen, you're the most recent follower, so you're on the screen. Alright guys, that's serious at this point. Gotta say goodnight and have all a great evening.